Hello there, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Today we will be cash stuffing for the month of April, and we have here a total of $537 that we will be cash stuffing into all of my binders. Normally, this is all organized and ready to go. If you watched my videos prior to this, I'm very new at this. So this is actually my fourth video or fifth. I'm not sure which one will be going first, but it is very, very new for me. I already did my cash stuffing for March. It was very organized. I planned ahead. I went to the bank. I cashed out all the money, all of that. If you watched my video prior to this, when I did my cash condensing, I mentioned that I wasn't able to go to the bank and I had to take out money from the ATM because the bank was already closed. And the bank, like the ATM, gives only hundreds and $20 bills. So I was very, very happy that I was able to go through my binders and get some money, like condense some money and get some change, like singles and $2 bills and all that. But because of that, I decided not to go ahead and figure out where to put this. I'm just going to go based off of how I feel when I go through the binders. Obviously, the money for bills and credit card bills and all of that, that's already been taken care of because that's already been removed from my ATM, like my checking account. So this is only money that's left over. I mean, I can technically just pay off all of this to my credit cards, but I am not just paying minimum payments on my credit cards. I'm paying more, but it is taking a lot of my income. So I decided that, you know what, I also need to live. I do want to pay off my debt, but I also want to be able to save for the future slowly. So hopefully as time goes by, I will be able to have more money because the credit cards will be done. But this is the amount that I have for the entire April. There are a couple of bills that I do have in this amount that is annual. So I'm doing it like in binders so I could pay once a year. So that's, even though it's going to be taken out from my ATM, some of them, but I still want to put them in binders. And then once the amount is ready, then I will deposit to the bank and then pay the month that it's due. So I do want to divide it into monthly rather than once a year. So I want to be in advance, prepared. But the rest of the amount, because they are kind of like up to me on how I want to put the money into my sinking funds, then I will just go based off of how I feel and like what money I want to put in what. And there are a lot of like smaller amounts. So I'm just going to go through the binders and just put whatever I'm able to in those binders. So kind of like impulsive and it's not going to be, so basically it's not really planned. It is going to be just going with the flow type of video. I don't know if you're used to this. I don't know if others have done this, but you're going to see that on my channel sometimes because, hey, I'm not always going to be able to be planned in advance. And this is normally what I would have done even if I wasn't filming. So I want it to be very genuine, but I will still try to be very like, make it fun and exciting for you. I hope it's not going to get boring, but anyway. So, and then hopefully there's going to be money left over so I could put them in my savings challenges because those are so much fun. So before anything else, I want to mention that my two boys have their own binders. And a lot of the time I put a lot of the money, like majority of the money goes into their binders because I want to stuff for their future and then my own personal binder. However, last week my kids were like, there was an event and it was a holiday and they got a lot of money from uncles, aunts, grandma, and all of that. So their binder got a lot of love. So because this amount is not going to be too much, I decided that either I'm going to skip their binders altogether or I'm not going to put like larger denominations in their binders. So I might just put a couple of dollars here and there because normally I put like 10s, 20s and larger denominations in their binders. However, he does have $1 treat that I need to add to his binder, my older son. So I'm going to add this $1 for his treat, but I am going to put it into his miscellaneous just because his let me see here, one second. So I'm adding $1 to his miscellaneous. So now it has 10, $15, $16, $17, and $18. And I put it in miscellaneous just because technically these are his treat money, but I don't want his envelope for his treats to be full because I don't want him to waste it on just random stuff. I do want him to decide where to put his envelope, like this money in his envelopes. Like he has a lot of future envelopes that I want him to put in there. But for now, it's just in the miscellaneous. So miscellaneous now has $18. Let me go ahead and mark this off. So we added, and this is the money that he got from his dad. $18. So miscellaneous now has $18. And then as I was saying, so this is supposed to be in his treat envelope. But like I mentioned, in his treat envelope, he still has $8 that we haven't used yet. So I don't want to put more money in this until this is used up. So this is supposed to be for his like ice cream, or if we go to the store and he wants a toy. Once this money is done, then I might move some of the miscellaneous money in his envelope or start fresh and then just put all of this money in his other envelopes. I do want to teach my son to be very smart with his money. I want him to have fun. I want him to spend money on, you know, things that he likes, but I also want him to be mindful of his future. So I don't want him to just be like, oh, I did good, so I have all this treat money, so let me just go and buy all these candies or toys or whatever. And then, no, I want him to, like, himself to put money in his own envelopes and be excited for the future. So that's what I want to teach my children. So anyway, let me see if I want to add any more money in his binder since we're already here. Okay, so this is one of those things that I mentioned that I do have to put money. So this is his Taekwondo. So my mom pays for this. It is $120 a month. I try to pay it yearly because when you pay it yearly, then it is a little bit less. It's not as expensive. I think it ends up being $102. The whole entire year for up until I think September of this year is already paid because I used my credit card to pay for the entire year, even though my mom is paying monthly, but I just wanted to pay all at once. So I am kind of paying my credit card back with this. However, I decided to instead just, even though like she's still paying for the $120 every month, but now I'm just gonna, instead of using it to pay off my credit card, I decided to save money. So once the time comes, I can pay all at once and not use a credit card and pay cash for the next year. So that's what I want to do because I do not want to use my credit cards anymore. I want to get out of credit card debt. I owe over $50,000 in credit cards and loans. And this does not include like car, like I have a car that I'm still paying for. This does not include like other stuff. It's just strict, like it's just plain credit card and loans, like personal loans that I took out. It's only that, like 50,000 just in that. Like if I add up the rest of the money that I owe with car loan, all of that, it's a lot more. But those I don't mind. I don't mind those. But $50,000 in credit card, like even though yes, I used that money to buy things for the house and I bought things that like this Taekwondo, and I didn't just waste the money, but still like paying interest every month is ridiculously expensive. So I don't want to do that. That's one of the reasons why I really wanted to start cash stuffing. So that's why I decided that this is the best thing that I can do for myself and my family and actually be able to enjoy. So that's why I'm also doing all these binders, because I want to save up for travel. We need to have enough to travel instead of just swiping my credit card, because that is not going to work anymore. Anyway, so now his Taekwondo binder has the $120, which is going to be added every time until we have enough to pay off. And what I might do is once it reaches a certain amount, I might just put placeholders and then deposit this amount in the account, keep it separately, because I will just probably, instead of paying cash, I think it's over like $1,000. When the time comes, I will just use my debit card because I will have the money in the account. Okay, so for the belts, I'm not going to put anything this time. The treat is already there. Birthday gift, I added already $20. I will add $5 more to his birthday. So I can also mark this off with this beautiful, I love this, it's so cute. And it does have $5 denom, so it just makes it easier for me to add $5 every time. It's already pretty much decided for me. And this is going to be the amount that is both for his birthday gift and also whatever we decide to do for his birthday, whether it's a birthday party or if we go somewhere out of town or whatever he decides, then it's going to include the birthday gift and also his actual birthday present. So this is just from me. I'm sure his dad will also add, and like my husband will also help out. And this is something that I just want to be able to come up with something that I can do for him. Anyway, so now this should have, I added $5 more, so $25. So 20, today is the 23rd. Okay, so now this has $25. And I did go ahead and mark it off. So let's put this back. Okay. Birthday gift. Okay, school and supplies has $3. I'm not gonna add anything right now to this. I will add probably next time. For the future, I already have $40 in there. I'm gonna come back to this one as well. Electronics, I will come back. Car, clothes has some money. Future education has some money. Grooming, I do want to put some money in his grooming because no, next time. And then miscellaneous. Okay. So like I mentioned, most of the time when I do cash stuffing, and I did it for March, and you're going to see it like in the future videos as well, like pretty much all of his envelopes are going to get love from me. Like I usually put more denominations in there for his future car, future in general, and everything. But like I mentioned, he did get already a lot of love last time, and I already added to his binder, which I should have recorded. I don't know why I didn't do that, but it was basically money that he was like he received, and I could have added it to this cash stuffing and then, you know, did it, but it was a larger amount of money, so I divided it into his and his brother's binders, and then I just put them in there. But next time I'll try to remember to do it on camera. So, but it's already done, so that's why he's not getting too much this time. So that's his binder. And then I think we're going to do something very similar to his smaller brother's binder as well. So I keep track of everything that's in my binders in my phone. So I write down the amounts, like I update the amounts on my phone. So I keep track of it, like how much money is in each binder and, you know, and how much I need and all of that. And I update it. I feel like this is so much faster doing it this way for myself than every time having to write down all of it down. And then just, for me, I feel like this is so much easier and faster to do it this way, because I try to do it like by writing it down. However, it is so like tedious for me to just like keep writing it down, and then just, I don't know. I might in the future, like if I get a little bit more better at this and it's going to be so much easier for me and faster for me, I might do that later on if I find a better system that's not going to be so tedious. But for now, I think it's, for me, it's easier to just on the phone, just write down like, you know, this is the amount, and then just erase it, like delete it and upgrade the amount, rather than having to write it all over down every month, if that makes sense. Now for my little son, am I gonna add anything to his sport, for his future sport? I'm gonna add $2 for his future sport, just because it only has $2 in it so far, and I do want to give him some love. Okay, I'm gonna do actually $3, just so I can mark. I love that this always guides me. Like I was gonna put 2, but now I did 1 more, so I can just mark off $3 more. There you go. So now it has 2, 4, and 5. So now his Future Sport has $5 in it, which I love because by the time he gets old enough and we decide to put him in a sport, he will have the money, which is great. Let me also update that in my phone. Okay. And his treat is very, very small amount. So I'm going to add $2 to his treat. Just because I didn't add any money to his treat and he's been such a good boy, and especially with his potty training, he's so wonderful. Like, he did such a great job with this potty training, and I told him that every time when he wakes up in the morning and his diaper is clean, then he's going to get a treat. Because even though throughout the day I don't put him a diaper, at nights I still put him those pull-ups, and he's been doing so wonderful. Like, he wakes up with a clean diaper, and so I'm adding $2 more. So now he has $4 in his treat. Okay, because I added $5 for my older son, I think I'm gonna add a little bit more because his birthday is coming up sooner than that. But okay, so I have here, let's see, I have $5, $10, $15, and these are in $10 dinums. So I'm going to add $5 more, 2, 4, and 5. So now he should have $5, $10, $15, $17, $19, $20. So I'm going to mark off another 10. There you go. Yay, I love when I get to do this. So I'm gonna add $5 more here. Now he has a total of $20. His birthday is coming up in July, so I might start putting more money in his binder than my older son's, because that one is towards the end of the year. So I need to have more money in his binder because it's coming up sooner. Okay, I think that's it for this binder. I'm not gonna add anything to school supplies, future electronics, car, clothes, future education, grooming. No, that's it. Probably next cash stuffing, I will add more money to their binders. Okay, so let's just go in order. So now this one is my business binder, like my YouTube and like husband's business, all of that stuff. So this PO box is for if I want to have a PO box instead of like, so I can have for like PR. Let's see here, I have $2 in it. I'm going to add $1 more to the PO box. It's not much, I know, but again, I always say that even small amount of money will add up. So now we have $3, $3.20, $3.26. So now this one has $3 in it. This is not something that is really urgent for me. This is something that I would like to have in the future. So that's why I'm not like, I don't care if it's like slow movement or whatever. It is not urgent. It is not something that's must, or I have other things that I do want more. Okay. Material purchase, I'm not adding anything right now. Taxes, I'm not adding anything now. Shipping, I think has 10. It's okay for now. I don't have anything that I'm going to be shipping out anytime soon. Why did I put that opposite? I don't know. But okay, so shipping, equipment. I do want to invest more in my equipment. So I'm going to add in, let's see, $2 and $3. I'm going to add $2 to this, and now I will have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 2, 4, 6, $6, $7, $8. In my equipment, I added $3 more. So now I have $8. I do want to eventually buy a better, I do have a really good lighting already. I have 2 of them and I did invest in that, but probably for like a camera or whatever else that I might need in the future, like, you know, things do get broken or they get old. So material that was for equipment now has $8. Okay, I'm not doing too miscellaneous. Okay, programs needed. I have $3. I'm gonna add 2 because I do want to get Canva. I don't have the Canva Pro and I do want to invest in that. Right now I do have CapCut Pro, which I pay yearly for it, but I do want to get Canva Pro, so I'm gonna save up for that. So I already had $3 in there, and then I'm adding 2 more. So now we'll have $2, $3, $4, $5. And I need to mark $2. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now $2, $3, $4, and $5 is in my programs needed. Okay. Okay. Giving, I'm not gonna do that right now. Travel, I will add $5 more. Let's see what it can guide me here. Like I said, I love how these guide me. So these are in $20 denoms, and I don't think I could put enough to make it $20 to mark off, but I will put a 5. So 2, 4, 5, and I'll add 5 more, so it can become $10. There you go. Okay, so now we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, $10. So I can mark this off right now, but once it reaches 20, I will mark it off. I added $5, so now it has $10. And this is strictly for work, so this is separate from work. I mean, what am I saying? So this is separate from family travels. Like I do have an entire binder for travel, and I do have an envelope for like not so big of a travel, but family travel. But this is only for business travel. Like sometimes when I go to like specific places and I want to vlog for my YouTube channels and stuff, that's for my travel, like separate, because it's work. I'm going for work. So I want this money to cover the cost of that. A lot of the time I will be alone, or even with family and kids, I want this binder to take care of that expense, because I do a lot of camera recording, vlogs, and when I do like family fun and family times, I like to keep it family times. I don't like to have too much camera around. But when it's for work, even with family and stuff, I want it to be strictly for work. So if that makes sense. So let me update this, because I don't think I updated. I added $5 to right here. Look, I just used my Google and Google Keep, and then this is travel. So I need to add $5 more, update it. So now it has $10. And I added 1 more money here, right? Programs needed, was it? Yes, so programs needed also got some love. So that's $5. Okay. This is husbands, dads. I'm not putting anything in those. Unexpected has $1. I'm not, no, I'm not gonna put anything there. Okay, so that's it for this like business binder. Okay, next one is like sinking funds for the house, I believe, or things that I need to save money for. So, okay, let's find that one. Okay. Electronics has $2, but this is for things that we're going to need in the house, like TV or anything that is electronic related, but this is for the whole household. I think I combined mine with this as well. Like, I don't think I have a separate one from my binder for my own electronics, like iPad or like laptop if I wanted or anything. But do I want to put money in this? Let's see here. I have $2. Let's see if I can. I could put $3. Okay. So let's put $3. $1, $2, $3. Okay. So now this has 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So it already had $2 in there. So I'm adding $4. I'm so confused. I forgot what I just did right now. Okay, I guess I'm adding $4. So 1, 2, 3, and $4. So now it becomes $6. So I can mark off, I'm adding $4 more. So let's mark off the $4. I got confused. I'm not sure if I had the $1 here and I just forgot to mark it, or if I just said $3 but I took out $4. In any case, we will find out because it's on camera. It happened while I was doing it. So okay, so now this has $6. Okay, CapCut is getting $8. Okay, so it already has 5, 6, 7, 8. I need to add 8 more. I'm gonna do it in $2 bills. So let's see, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay. So now CapCut should have $16. Let's see. So now CapCut has 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14, 15, 16. $16. Why did I say $18? Oh my God. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm tired. So I didn't write it down. Oh, interesting. Okay, so $16. So I pay for this CapCut yearly. I think it's about $90. So I divided it into 12 months and it becomes about $7.50, but I just like averaged it to $8. So now I have $16 and every month I just put $8 in it. So let me mark that off. It's marked off. Oh, I didn't mark it off. Oh my God. Wrong side. Shoot. $8, so $16. $3.23. Okay. Okay, now it's marked off. Pay off debt. This is for like adding money to help me pay off my credit cards. I'm gonna skip it for now. My car maintenance, I just did my tires. So my tires got taken care of and I already have $20 in here. I'm gonna skip it for now. Car registration, I have $2. I'm gonna skip for now. Down payment for the house, I have, let's see, do I have any? I have $15 in there. I'm just gonna skip for now. Health has $1. I'm gonna skip it. Vacation has 75. I'm going to skip that as well. Emergencies has $3. Placeholders, I'm going to add... my plan was to like add $100 every time. I will be doing that as well. Well, should I? I still have all of this money. Yes, I will be going to add $100 for emergencies. But I'm going to use a placeholder, so I don't know why I took it out. Anyway, that's gonna go back to the bank. So I will bring a placeholder. Okay, so I brought in a placeholder. So I'm adding another 100. So $400. And I will mark off here. So now emergency has $400. So what I will be doing is I will go ahead and deposit that to that account, because I do have a specific savings account that I opened for my cash stuffings. So this $100 bill will go back to that amount, to that account. So let's write it down that I have $400 in the bank for my emergencies. So I might have to do slowly, like I've been doing $100 so far, but if I feel like at the end, like if it's not enough to like use for like savings challenges or, you know, add more money on things that we need, then obviously I will put less, especially for like, let's say if we want to travel or if we have things that we need to have more money for, like birthdays when they get closer. So I will probably like skip that emergency envelope those months that's needed. But for right now, we're okay. So that's why I want to be able to put more money in it, because I feel like that's very important. Oh, I forgot to mark it. Okay. No, I did. I marked it. So I also write it down in my phone whenever there is a placeholder. Okay, so this one I'm going to put aside. And then a new car, I'm okay for now. A month ahead, got 10. I'm going to do, let's see if I have anything I can mark off. No? Okay. So month ahead has $30 in there, so I'm going to leave it for now. Moving expense has $2, and then I will probably add, let's see, let's do $3 more and make it $5. There you go. So now we have $2, $3, $4, $5. I can mark off this $3. And now we have $5. I have moved so many times since like 2017. Every year I was moving when the lease would come up, because they would raise the lease and it was too much and then we had to move. So I know firsthand how expensive it is to move, unless like you move yourself, but that's also a lot. So every time I called movers, I ended up spending like over $1,000. Like one time I spent $2,000 just for them to move my stuff, not even to pack or anything, just to move my stuff. So now I just want to be prepared. I'm not saying I'm moving anytime soon or whatever, but if that happens and I need to move, I need to make sure that it's taken care of. I don't want to be like using credit cards or, you know, whatever, and then just being that stress. I want to be prepared for that. So this is very, very important envelope to have. Okay. Food is not getting anything. Retirement, I will put, I have 20 in there, and I will put, Let's see if there's anything that can guide me here. No. So retirement, I will give it $6. So 2, 4, and 6. So 2, 4, and $6 will go to the retirement. And now it has 20, 22, 24, and $26. Slowly but surely. And then medicine is not getting anything. Home furniture. I do think it is in, let's see here. $10. I'm going to skip for now. Because I feel like I'm going to need more money for other envelopes. So I'm going to skip this for now. Okay, so we added, how much? $6 for my retirement. Let me write it down. Okay, that's it for this binder. Okay. This is holiday binder. Okay. Anniversary. Our anniversary is towards the beginning of the year. And we usually like to go hang out. I don't usually buy him anything, and we go have dinner, or sometimes we go like just for the day, we go somewhere together. But it is towards the beginning of the year, and I feel like I don't need to worry about it too much right now. I feel like there's more holidays that I need to save up more. Valentine's Day, same thing. I will add towards probably later on in the year, I will add some more money in it. Easter, I have $3, and I did actually just purchase those coloring packets to color eggs. I do have $3 in here, but I think that's enough. We just have like, we eat at home and we color eggs. So I'm not going to do that much there. Mother's Day is one that I do want to keep adding money to, because this is something that I treat for myself. And then my mom and mother-in-law, I usually like to give them gifts. So this is basically, I consider it for like my day. So whatever I do, whether I go to the spa or I go a day off or go somewhere, I need to have money for that. So far I have $5. I'm going to give it a little bit of love. So I'm going to give it $10 more. So I will do 2, 4, 6, 8, $10. And Mother's Day is actually coming up soon, right? This amount, obviously, by, I think Mother's Day is next month or in May, right? So this is not going to be enough to do much with. But again, I'm very new at this. So even if I don't do anything this Mother's Day, or if I do something like less, I might not even touch this amount and then just add up for hopefully next year. So 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, and $15. So I can color 2 of these flowers. Okay. And then I need to write down that I added $10. So now it has $15 total. Okay. Father's Day has $2. I'll give it $3. So this is something, again, like to get something small for my husband, my dad, or maybe take him for dinner, or, you know. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2. Now it has 1, 2, 3, 4, $5. So I can mark off $5. Okay, I already marked off 2, so I need to mark off $3. There you go. Okay. So Father's Day now has total of $5. Okay, 4th of July, we don't really do much. I will start slowly when it gets a little bit closer. Halloween, it's basically to get them costumes. And my 7-year-old already has one in mind, and he said, Mommy, make sure you get me this costume whenever we're doing parades at school. So that's probably gonna be costly. So I only have $1 for now, but I will start putting in. I'll give it $2. So now this has $3. I'm gonna actually see if I can look for that specific costume that he's asking for and maybe buy it earlier because they're probably going to be cheaper. So I'm going to see like how much is the costume if I can find it, and then save up for it faster, or you know, depending on how much the cost is, because I do want him to get the one that he wants. So 323, 26, and now it has $3. Okay. Yeah, so once I know the price of that, I will probably start saving a little bit faster so I can buy the costume in advance, so that way it's ready before Halloween, because I know prices probably go up a lot more when it's closer. Thanksgiving, I'm not adding. Black Friday, we don't really need anything for the house, maybe new couches, but for now I'm just gonna leave it. Christmas, I'm gonna leave it. New Year, I have $2 in it. I'm gonna leave it. Eid, I'm gonna leave it. And then birthdays, I will give it, let's see, we have $3, and then we can add $2 more. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's mark off $2 more here. Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5. $2. There's a total of $5 now. And like I said, this is very new, right? So I just started. So I'm not expecting to use this money to buy birthday gifts as of just yet. So even if I skip all of that now and I just, you know, don't do anything for a while, and, you know, don't give a lot of stuff for birthdays or parties, or, you know, or go places or do specific things and holidays, that's fine. The goal is to not repeat what I've done before. Like, I don't want to just go and buy someone a birthday gift, swipe my credit card, or for Halloween or whatever, holidays, and I just do the same thing and I just go randomly, unplanned, and just spend all this money, gifts, whatever. So the goal is that I'm going to save up slowly. Once it reaches a certain amount, then I will start using the amount in it. Most of it including for holidays, travel, and other like eating out and all that stuff. That's why I want to be able to save money and do better than just to go and swipe randomly here and there. And that's why I'm in this situation right now with $50,000 in debt. And then that's why I want to get out of it. So even though this binder only has $5, it's okay. Once it reaches a certain amount, and whoever's birthday is around that time, I will use the money from this binder if it's enough, if I feel like it's enough to spend it, you know. And if not, then it's fine. You know, that it is what it is. Okay, so, and then for parties, it does have $2. I'm not gonna do anything right now. And unexpected has nothing. Okay, so that's it for now. Okay, hold on. Okay. So the binder is done. Next binder is Mom and dad. Okay. So I always like to add at least $5 for them for their birthdays. So let's see. I have $10 in it. I'm going to add a little bit less this time. I'm gonna add $2. My dad's birthday just passed, and like I said, I didn't have enough to do much for him, but it's okay for next year. So $2. My plan is to have enough for my mom's birthday, which is in October. I do want to buy something special and nice for her. So now this one has $12. Okay, siblings has $5. I'm gonna leave that one right now. Actually, yeah. Family gatherings, I don't think there's not much gonna happen soon. I'm gonna leave it. For the chickens, this is something that I do want to help my dad. So I want to put money in it. I have so far 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I will add $4 more. So 2 and 4. Okay. So now this has a 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10. So I added $4. So now it has $10. There's a lot of expense in that. It is something new. So I want to help out my dad as much as I can. Anything is better than nothing. So let me write this down. Home repairs, I'm going to skip Mamba. I'm going to skip Mamba for a minute. It's our family dog, my dad's dog, but he has enough love in there for now. Treat them just because already has 5, and I'm going to come back to that one. My sister's binder has, let's see here, $5. I will come back. And then miscellaneous has $10 in it. Yeah, I think that's it for this binder. Okay. Now let's go to our travel binder. Okay. For travel, I'm not going to do much yet. Maybe very slowly. Let's see if I'm going to come back. I'll come back. If there's anything left over, I'll come back. Let's do my binder. Okay. So for my hair, I have $5. No. I have $35. Let me see if I'm gonna skip that. Makeup, I'm gonna skip. Clothing, I'm gonna skip. Jewelry, I have 140. I'm gonna skip. Nails, I'm gonna skip. Skincare, I'm gonna skip. Okay, massage. I really want to add to this one because I really, really need one very, very soon. I have 40 in there, and I'm gonna give it 5 more. So now massage has 20, 40, 20, 40, and 45. So I'm adding 5 more, so $45. Okay. So let me write it down, my binder. My birthday is coming up, so it is in May. I have $16 in there. Let's see. I have 16. So if I add $4 more, I can color this, right? No. I don't have 16. I have $6. So 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I add 14 more, then I can 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a 20 and then I'm going to put all this down. So that means I'm adding $14 more, right? So let's color one of these out. Because my birthday is coming up next month, and this is something that I want to do for myself, I'm going to save money for myself and treat myself, basically. Okay, so my birthday now has a total of $20. Okay, Mommy Makeover has $106. Let's see if the trackers... I'm gonna do $20. I need to come up with so much money to be able to do this that I wanna save more money. Okay, so I have here, I have 100. I'm adding 20 more, so 120, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. So $126. And I'm gonna circle, I added 20. Okay, so $126. I added a 20. So $126. There you go. Mommy Makeover, okay. Husband's birthday has a 5. I'm gonna skip for now. We do have time. I'll start adding a little bit more later. Donations is okay for now. Casino has $13. This is one of the things that I enjoy, and I know that it's not the best thing in the world, especially when you're trying to budget, but I don't do a lot of things. I don't go a lot of places, so I like to go sometimes to the casino and just wind off from daily stuff. But instead of like before, I just go crazy there, I'm budgeting for it. So once I have a specific amount in this binder that I did slowly, then I will take that amount and I will use that amount to go to the casino. I think that's smart. 10, 11, 12, 13. So it has $13. I'm gonna add 2 more to make it an even $15. Okay, so 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now this binder has, envelope has 10, 12, 13, 14, $15. Okay. Okay, so I added 2 more dollars. So now it has a total of $15. Maybe once it reaches 100, then I will go and use that $100 cash only. I will not take my cards with me, and then whatever happens, couple hours, enjoy, come back home. For weight loss, I'm gonna skip it for now. House cleaners, $5. I'll come back. Property taxes, I'm trying to help my dad. I'll come back. And then miscellaneous, I don't know if it has anything, $20. And then spending. Okay, so the spending is basically my allowance for the entire month. So I give myself $80. 20, 40, 60, $80. Okay. So this is the amount of money that I allow for myself to spend for the entire month. Now, this amount can be for anything that I want, anything that I please. Normally, I put this amount in my wallet, but because we are going out of town next week, and I don't want to have it in my wallet. I don't, because This has to last me the entire month of April. So I want to keep it here. And then once I come back from our travel, then I will put it in my wallet. And then whatever money is left over from this $80, I put it in savings challenges. So right now it has $80. And this is for anything that I really want. Like I can use this for whatever I want for the entire month. And because of that, I feel comfortable like having money in my wallet. But I'm still very careful now that I'm budgeting. I'm like, okay, it's only $80. It's not that much money for the entire month. Do I really want to just spend it on random things, or do I want to, you know, be careful on how I spend this money? So I think this is helping a lot. And that's it for my binder. Okay. Okay, we're getting close. I think. Okay, so this is another one that is kind of like a variable binder. So water, I haven't paid my mom yet, but I need to put in $25 more. So 20, and I'm gonna do a 2 and 5. No, I have this 2 that I wanted to get rid of. Okay. 2, 4, and a 5. Okay, so this is monthly water delivery. So me and my mom split it. So I have to give her a 25 for the entire month. So 20, 24, 20, 22, 24, $25. And there is the money that I still have to give her. So that's going to be given to her. And then now this has 25 more. So it has $50 in here. Okay. She pays in advance, and then I give her my share. But so far I haven't done it. So 3, let me mark that down. Okay. Household has $1. My husband bought a lot of things we needed for the house. So the toilet paper, paper towel, deodorant, like we bought a lot of things. So we're good for household for a while. So I'm going to skip it for now. Groceries, we're okay. Dine out, we're not dining out just because, like I said, we're going out of town. Date night, no. Entertainment, no. Miscellaneous has some money in it, I think. Yeah, it has $20. Gas, I'm gonna put money in gas. So for gas, I'm gonna give it a $5. I don't really spend like money on gas, to be honest, because I don't really drive much. 2, 4, 5. I work from home and I'm also with the kids all the time. So my husband's usually the one that drives and he puts gas. But I just want to have it in case. Sometimes I do put gas. And it's always good to be prepared. Okay. You never know. Okay. Spent on ATM is good. Let's go to husband's binder. This is the money that... This binder is like whenever my husband gives money. So I don't put money in this binder at all. But he did give $3. And he said add it to... It was just like a leftover money he had, and he said add it to his registration because that is very expensive. And he already has, I think, $40 in here. But it's like almost like $900, which is so expensive. So because of that, like, I told him, let's give me whatever you can. And that way I will, you know, every time when you get like, instead of like getting it closer to the month and you like panic, if you like slowly save up for it in the whole year and you have money, like even like a couple hundred or whatever, it's still gonna be not as, of a shock, and not as of a, a hit on your account and on your income, So, he has $40 in there, and then he added $3 more. So, let me see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I'm gonna actually 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, I'm gonna move this over and I'm gonna give him 20. Like I just did a fast condensing right now. So now he has $43, which is still better than nothing. So 20, 40, 41, 42, $43. I cannot mark this off because it's in $30 denominations, but it's okay. So I'm gonna add $3 more. So in his car registration. Okay. So let me mark that off. Let's see what we have right now. I think that was it for all of the binders. So now we're gonna be able to do like our savings challenges. So I have 2 over here. I have this one and this one. So this one is like my 100 envelope. So I have already some money in these, and I do want to add more. So what I've decided to do is anything that is up to $90, I think after this $90, so 91, 92, all of these up to 100, I'm gonna do $100 denoms. So I think that instead of having like $99 in this one tiny envelope, I think I'm gonna do $100 for all of the 90s, if that makes sense. So starting from $90, so this would be $100 bill, $100 bill, $100 bill, all the way to the $100 bill, if that makes sense. So everything else will be their own, whatever the number is. So I think I'm gonna do, let's see here, I'm gonna do $4. Wait, no. I think I'll do this $10 bill. So I will put in $10 here. And then maybe I can do this $20 here. Oh, or let's see here. Do I have the one for the 5? Or 5 or 25? Let's see. Let's do 25. So let's do a 20 and a 5. So let's do 25. Okay. So 25 here. All right. And then I'm gonna do probably the $5. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So let's mark off what we did. Okay. So I did a 5. Then I did a 25. And I think, I did a 10. I did a 10. And I think that was it. So I did a 5, a 10, 25. Yeah. Okay. So nice progress there. And I do also keep track of this as well. So like I do write it down on the bottom. So I have my, let's see here. So that's good. And then my plan for this amounts are, once it's filled out, I will probably use it to pay off my credit cards. That's my plan, or half of it to pay off credit cards, and then the other half would probably go into emergency fund. So that's the plan for this. Okay, so now we have some money left over to do my savings challenges. So that's exciting. I love this part. I think this is one of my favorite parts. Okay, so let's see here what we can do for March. March, I have $90 in here. So I think what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm going to so this is not okay. I'm not gonna follow this. I'm not gonna follow this amount because I'm not able to come up with this much of a high amount. So either I'm gonna do my own or whatever I'm able to just put in, and then because I already have, I think, $90 in here. So let's see, 20, 40, 60, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, $90. I'm gonna add 10 more dollars in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So now that it is $100, let's see here, 20, 40, 60, 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, 90, 92, 96, 90, 94, 96, 98, $100. So now that we have $100 here, I'm going to actually take this money and deposit it to that high yield savings account, and I'm going to bring in a placeholder, and that's going to represent this. Okay, so this amount so I wrote it down, $100 in March to have a placeholder, and then I'm gonna write it down that this $100 is in the bank and it's going to that account. So at the end of the year, I'm still gonna count how much was saved from this challenge, from this monthly challenge, but it's just a placeholder. But I do write it down. So like I said, I'm gonna write down here that March has 100. Okay, so next we're gonna skip these. I love this spring one. It's so cute, and I love that the denominations are not like overwhelming, like $5, $2, $1. So I will give it, so far I have in there, let's see how much money I have in there. I have 2, 3, 4. I want to make it $10. So I'm going to give it, how many more do I need? So 2, 3, 4. I'm going to give it $6 more. So 2 and 4 and $6. So now let's do 2 and another 2 and 1 and 1. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and $10 has in this spring challenge, which is supposed to save me $50, which is so cute. I love it. And I will stuff this until end of probably May. Whatever, if I'm able to finish it, I'll probably finish it. Okay, so this one was passed for February, but I'm going to still do March. So I'm going to scratch this off. and see what we need to add. Okay, so it says to add $3, $2, and $3. I think I'm gonna do one more because March is pretty much done. And yeah. Ooh, that's a big one. Okay, $5. Okay, so now we have adding $5, $7, $8. And what I do is I have an envelope on the back, so I added to that amount. So now from March we got 2, 2, 3, 6, 9, $14. 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and $14. So this saved us $14. Okay, where is it? Okay. And then this $3,000 in 26 weeks. It's probably not going to happen in 26 weeks, but I will put in as much as I can. And I think so far it has just 100, which is in the bank. I don't have enough to do like a 50. I think the smallest amount is $50. I have in the mandala. Let's see what I can add in this one. So this one, I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, $15. I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so let me count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $10. So let's mark off 10. Let's do this one and this one. Okay. So now this should have, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So $25. 5, 10, 15, 20, $25. Yeah. So now this saved us $25. Okay. And then I have all of these. Oh, I still have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Okay. I have 14, 15, 16, 17. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this one in here. Once I reach $50, then I'll mark off. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, $17. So I'm adding $17 into this. There you go. And that's it. Let me mark it off because I think I forgot to mark off. Okay, so now it is done. I did the entire binder, and like I said, it was not as planned, this one. I went kind of like with the flow because of the reasons that I explained earlier. But I will try to be a little bit more organized next time because I need to go to the bank in advance and have this amount and prepared, ready to go, because that way I can just open the binders and it's already planned out in advance what money goes where. But I think it turned out fine with what we had. So all done. All of the money has been stuffed in the binders and ready to go. And then the money that I switched for the placeholders, that amount will go to the bank account in the savings account that represents the placeholders. That is separate from my checking account. That is separate from everything. So that is strictly for cash stuffing. Anyway, I really hope you guys liked today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as the first one, because the first one was a lot more cleaner and organized. But again, and this is for April. And if I do have any money like from side jobs or for kids or whatever, I will do another video. But this is basically the amount that is only from my income that was left over to add in the binders. I do have 3 more binders that are basically the debt that, for example, like I have these binders that I wrote down all of our bills and amounts that we owe. And then every time I make payments, instead of stuffing money in it, I remove money, and I have placeholders, and then I write it down like the balance left. So it's a little bit of extra fun that I did for myself. And once I have that updated, I will make a video, and then we will go through all of that, and I will show how I'm organizing this binder and how fast I want to get the binders to be empty. Like normally you want binders to be full with money. Those binders, I want them to be empty, because when they get empty, that means the debt is paid off. How wonderful is that? So thank you so much for being here. Stay tuned for my April planning video. And either that's already up or it's coming right after this. I don't know how I'm going to edit, but it's going to be either already on my channel or it's coming up soon. So check my channel. There should be already, at this point, maybe like 4 or 5 videos out starting from March and then now April. So please like and comment on all of the videos if you like my channel, and subscribe. It means everything to me. I appreciate it. I'm new, so this is such a good motivation for me to keep going. And I really, really, really appreciate every single one of you. Communicate with me down below your progress and what you're doing. And everything I mentioned or shown in this video and every other video, every single product will be linked in the description box for you. And like I said, if you're interested in any of the envelopes that I put like those cute designs and stuff, if you're interested in that, let me know, and I will maybe make a video on how I did it. Again, you don't have to break the bank to get cute stuff done. So let me know what you're interested in, and I will do that if necessary. Thank you again, and I will see you guys very, very soon. Take care. Bye.